Over the years, LEGO have made tons of animal costume characters, and we've seen everything from chickens, giraffes and foxes, to sharks, lizards and bugs. Today I'll be ranking every animal costume character that's ever appeared in the LEGO collectible minifigure series from my least favourite to my favourite. First up in spot 24 is the wolf from series 23. It has some really cool pieces, but I think we've had better wolf minifigures in previous CMFs. I also really wish that the tail piece was dual moulded like the Disney Robin Hood figure. The alternate face print is a fun reference to the fairy tale though. Up next is the Series 22 raccoon from 2022. It recolours the head and tail from the fox figure, and I love how the raccoon printing looks. The trash can is a fitting accessory, and I love how LEGO chose to make this minifigure slightly older than many other costume characters. At number 22 is the cat from the Series 18 Party series, which was made up almost entirely of costume characters. This figure has a black recolour of the tail piece and a new piece for the cat mask, but honestly I've never been too keen on how it turned out. In spot 21 is the llama from Series 20. The llama head is a really cool piece, and a new variant of it appeared at the LEGO Store Builder minifigure stand last year. The carrot piece is really common, so I would have liked to have seen a little more exciting accessory for this figure. At number 20 is the spider suit guy, who released as part of LEGO Minifigures Series 18 in 2018. He has an epic new spider piece on his back, which attaches at the neck joint of the figure, and a cool new piece for the spider head. The web printing looks really cool, and this figure reminds me a lot of the Series 16 Spooky Boy, especially the face print. In spot 19 is the Tiger Woman, who I was really unsure on whether or not to count for this list, as she doesn't have an animal mask like the other costume characters, and the rest of Series 14 is full of actual monster characters that aren't costumes. She has a recolour of the LEGO Batman 60s Catwoman hairpiece, and some cool tiger-like details across her face, torso and legs. Let me know in the comments if you consider this to be an actual monster figure or just a costume character. In spot 18 is the bunny suit guy, who is a little more basic than many newer animal figures, but is a really iconic minifigure that is often still used on LEGO's website today. The bunny headpiece looks great, and there have been several new versions of this figure over the years, including the promotional 2018 Easter Bunny Hut set. This figure released as part of Series 7 in 2012, making it one of the oldest LEGO animal costume minifigures. At number 17 is the newest animal costume minifigure, the Series 27 Hamster costume fan, that released in January of this year. The use of mini legs was a perfect choice for this minifigure, and the printed hamster feet are a really nice detail. The hamster mask also came out brilliantly, and the 1x1 round tile accessory appears to have a cucumber printed on it. At number 16 is the reindeer, a holiday character from Series 23 in 2022. The reindeer head is made up of two separate pieces, because the antlers are detachable. The torso is printed with some white fur and a belt, and the Gap 2 face print adds a lot of personality to the figure. For an accessory, there's a medium azure gift box with some festive heart cookies. At number 15 is the pug costume guy from Series 21. This is the only costume character to use the mid-legs piece, which I think was an excellent choice for this figure. The pug head piece looks really cool, and the face print is really well suited to the character. For an accessory, there's a dark turquoise recolour of the bone piece. A grey version of this figure was also available at LEGO Store Builder minifigure stands in 2021. At number 14 is the Series 18 elephant costume girl from 2018. I really love the new elephant mask piece, and the dual moulded mouse was actually exclusive to this figure. There was also a pink elephant figure available at the LEGO Store Builder minifigure stand a few years ago. In spot 13 is the giraffe suit guy, who appeared in the LEGO Movie 2 minifigure series in 2019. The giraffe headpiece brings a lot of height to the figure, and the giraffe pattern continues onto the torso, arms, and the dual moulded legs, which look fantastic. The leaf branch is a slightly boring accessory, but the level of detail across the rest of the figure more than makes up for that. At number 12 is the ladybug girl from Series 21. She recolours the bug antennae piece from the bee costume girl and has some spotted printing across her torso and legs. My favourite piece, however, is the new mould for the insect wings, which were recently recoloured last year for the Series 26 Alien Beetlezoid. In spot 11 is the penguin suit guy from Series 16. The recolour of the shark arm piece works perfectly for the penguin flippers, and the new penguin hood piece looks really adorable. I think the use of the mini legs was the perfect choice for this figure, and there's some orange printing for the feet. In 2018, LEGO released the penguin girl figure with scarf torso printing in a promotional set. At number 10 is the Bumblebee girl, who released in 2013 as part of Series 10, which was actually the series that had the elusive Mr. Gold figure. The Bumblebee has a translucent clear recolour of the fairy wings, as well as a brand new rubbery headpiece for her bug antennae. The stripy black printing is evident across her torso and legs. Her accessory is a printed honeypot, and I was surprised to learn that this piece alone now sells for around $9. In spot 9 is the Fox costume girl, who released in 2019 as part of LEGO Minifigures Series 19. She has a brand new piece for her fox head, as well as a cunning face print. There's some white fur printing across her torso, as well as some orange and black dual moulded legs. I really like the tan recolour of the chicken piece that is her accessory. In Spot 8 is the Bear Costume Guy, an adorable minifigure he released in Series 19. I love this figure's pastel colour scheme and how colourful the leg pieces are. The bear head is a recolour of the Panda suit guy's mask, and the accessories are a brand new heart piece which has appeared in many sets since then, and a rounded piece printed with a rainbow. The torso print also matches the accessories perfectly. At number 7 is the Turkey Costume Guy from Series 23, who had an amazing new piece for the tail that brought so much to the figure. The turkey head reuses the penguin head mould, and the feathered arms recolour the chicken wings. There's some feathery printing on both sides of the torso, as well as dual moulded legs, and the accessory is a simple 2-piece pumpkin. At number 6 is the Gorilla Suit Guy, who was the first ever minifigure series animal costume character. He released as part of Series 3 back in 2011, but also re-released in a 2012 VIP minifigure set. This figure really plays into the idea of being a costume character by having a zipper on the back of the torso and an overheated face print, which has some really fun details. The gorilla mask looks great, and the only visible detail from the head are the minifigure eyes. As an accessory, there's a banana, which is simple but fitting. In Spot 5 is the Panda Guy, who came in the LEGO Movie minifigure series back in 2014. The new panda headpiece is excellent, and there's some white fur printing on the torso. There's an adorable recolour of the teddy bear piece for the panda toy, and I always love seeing new plushie pieces in LEGO. Here's a fun fact, this figure and the ladybug girl are the only figures that actually come with a piece depicting the animal that they are dressed up as. At number 4 is the Piggy Guy from Series 12, which released in 2014. I really love his pig headpiece, especially the moulded snout between the eyes, but there's a couple of printed lines to add detail to the torso, a curled tail on the back, and some black triangles to show negative space on the pig feet. Another version of this figure was actually released in the 2019 Chinese New Year set to celebrate the Year of the Pig. These two figures are nearly identical, except for the slightly different torso printing and head. In Spot 3 is the Lizard Man from Series 5 in 2011. This incredibly cool minifigure has a bright green lizard head with striking yellow eyes, and this fits perfectly with the spiked lizard tail which is attached to the neck of the figure. There's also some scaly reptilian printing on the centre of the torso, and overall I just think this figure is amazing. In second place is the Shark Suit Guy from Series 15 back in 2016. He has an excellent new piece for his shark head and tail, which has a fin on its back. LEGO made a new piece for his shark arms too, which was a brilliant detail. I just think this is an excellent minifigure. Its pieces have been reused for Victor Crumb, the LEGO Batman movie Orca, and the Penguin figures. There was even a magenta shark head, which was apparently available at Legoland Germany for a while. Before moving on, I do have a lot of honourable mentions, including the dragons and unicorns, which were too mythical for this list, the dinosaurs, which were too extinct for this list, and all of the Chinese New Year characters, which I couldn't include because they appeared in LEGO sets rather than minifigure series. There's also the penguin slushie vendor and the polar bear ice cream vendor figures from the 2023 LEGO City sets, the chicken stunt spike driver, and characters that have appeared in GWPs and other promotional sets, my favourite being the chicken skater kid. LEGO have also made numerous alternate versions of the figures on my list to release at LEGO Store Builder minifigure stands. And finally is the Cowboy Suit Guy from Series 18, who I didn't count because although his costume features an animal, it's more of an accessory to his cowboy costume. Hopefully I didn't miss anything out there. So finally, my favourite LEGO minifigure series costume character is the Chicken Suit Guy from Series 9 in 2013. I just love this minifigure, especially for introducing the new wing arm piece, which has been used for many other figures. His chicken headgear piece is excellent and is complete with a yellow beak and a red comb. The light orange legs are also printed with white feathers and red claws. Even though it's only been 12 years, I already feel like this is such a classic minifigure. What are your favourite animal costume minifigures? Do you enjoy collecting them, or do you feel there have been too many? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and as always, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye!